Okay, let's see. Let's do it like that. There we go. Okay, can everybody see? Okay, if you will, just type in yes in the text chat if you can see all these beautiful folders on my screen. Can y'all see them? Okay, good deal. Good deal. Okay, we're going to talk today about how, well, before we do, let me start off by saying this. The fastest way to $10,000 a month or more in this industry is short and sweet. Do to others what they can do to others. Be totally duplicatable. That is one of the key rules and laws of wealth building. If you don't and you make it difficult and you don't have a duplicatable system of your own, then chances are you'll never make money in this industry. So with all that being said, when I was introduced to the internet, and I was already a network marketer, but the internet was a brand new platform for me. Computers, I mean, I went all out. I went and bought a computer, didn't know how to turn it on, hook it up, or anything. I had to figure it out on my own. There was nobody to model it for me, nobody to share it, set it up with me, and teach me. I had to get on there and figure things out. And I was a mess, y'all. Teresa will tell you, there's been many nights that she said, I almost threw the monitor. And those monitors back then, do you remember they were about this big and this big and this big? As many nights I almost threw it through the wall. But I was determined to use that internet to get my message, my ads to people around the globe. I was in a business that was worldwide. And I knew before the internet, all I had to get the message around was the phone and a fax machine. Everybody remember those two things? They're dinosaurs, right? Okay. So the phone is still usable, but not really duplicatable, because there's a lot of people that have what we call the shadow syndrome, okay? They kind of lurk around in the shadows. You know what I'm talking about. You know who's out there. You're one of them. You are too, and so are you. Otherwise, you don't want to get on the phone with somebody and discuss your business because you don't have anything to say. They're going to ask you, how are you doing with it? And you're new with it. Okay. You haven't even gotten started. Or maybe you've been with it 2 years and haven't gotten started. I've seen people like that. Okay. So you don't have that testimonial. But the power of testimonials is what builds your business. So with that being the case, 98 to 99% of network marketers out there are shadow people. They live in the shadows. So advertising on the internet is more appeasing. You don't have to talk to them on the phone, chase them down or anything. You can email them. You can build a list. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to talk about how to advertise and have your team do the same thing you're doing and have their team doing the same thing they're doing. Now, through that process, and that process only, Randy's and my downline in GDI is now almost at 1,250,000 members. It's approaching the 250,000 mark of the 1 million. So all from internet advertising through Safelists and solo ads. So after having a discussion with a couple of distributors, new people with us, and seeing how difficult it was for them to figure out how to sign up to the Safelist and how to use the send out features and how to copy the emails that they get from their upline, like from Gray, and insert their link, I decided, let's do a brand new training on Safelist advertising. That's how Randy and I built $1 million income per year. That's over $100,000 a month. And 90% of that income is from Safelist advertising. Now, you might be somebody that's on our call right now that might be saying, but Tim, I've been using Safelist for 10 years now, and I haven't been able to build any, get signups. Well, then it's you. It's not the Safelist. Understand that. They work. But it could be you. And what I mean by that, don't take that personally. But it could be the subject lines you are using. It could be the ads you are using. There could be a complication in the ad, because I've had people say, well, Tim, I'm sending out the same ad that Gray's sending out, and I'm not getting anything. And I'll have them send me their ad, and their link is not hyperlinked, or they don't have anything about a credit link. I have them send me their link even, and their link's wrong as well. Or they left a space in the link. So whenever people click on the credit link thing, it takes them to a 504, page not found. So it's kind of like a doctor. You could go into the doctor and say, doctor, my head's hurting. Okay, where is it hurting? It's hurting right in here. Okay, is it a sharp pain? Is it a dull pain? Is it a pressure pain? You know, he isolates what's wrong, and then he cures it. He gets it taken care of. Well, this is what this training webinar, what this training call is all about. Isolation and cure. So with that being the case, Safelist are online platforms. They're membership-based platforms where people agree to accept other ads from other people, other members of that Safelist. Okay? They don't cross spam on each other or anything like that. It's used in list building. It's used in advertising. But understand this. You might be saying, but Tim, we could have 10,000 Genusity members all sending out. And that means I'm going to get all their emails. That's fine, folks. Learn from their, you might see one of them that looks good and it's something you would answer to, then copy that. Delete the rest of them. Understand this, for every one Genusity member in a Safelist, there's probably 10 to 20 members that are in other companies that are not in Genusity. So always remember that. Even if it's 1-to-1, even if it's 10 Genusity members to 2 members that are in other, I would care less if it was 10 Genusity to 1 other member, because I'm going after that one member, and so will Amy, and so will Miss Darla, and one of us will be the lucky winner, because you have to take a bulldog mentality when advertising to those in those Safelists to their members. And that bulldog mentality is you hit it every day, the same time every day. That's anywhere from 6 to 9 Eastern USA time zone in the morning, or 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern in the evening. Okay? Those are your 2 times zones that you want to be advertising. If you're advertising outside of those, then it's luck of the draw. There's a chance that might be the problem why you're not getting anything. So remember that. Now, the person that stays consistent and persistent, consistent in both the time they mail out, consistent in the opportunity they're mailing out, will be the lucky winners. But the person that says after 2 weeks says, man, this just ain't working, I'm going to advertise this new game that I just got in, and they start advertising, and then a week later that doesn't work, and they're going to advertise another new. Or the person that says, well, I'm going to advertise Genusity with my other 3 businesses. That won't work. Why won't it work? Because do you want to join with somebody that isn't focused? Do you want to join with somebody that you want to focus on this one business, but they got 4 and you're building underneath them, and all of a sudden they start sending your people their other 3 businesses, and they disturb the focus of them and destroy what you just worked hard to get? You see, people that are out there preaching multiple streams of income, folks, it does not work. Don't get me wrong. If it is the stock market, okay, that's fine. But the people that are actually doing it and making money are people that built one up to 10, 20, 30,000 a month. Then what they do is they might have gotten in another company, still working with that downline, but now they've taken some of their money and a whole new advertising campaign. They're not going after and disturbing those people over here, but they're going after anybody else now with this new company. They're doing it smart, but they're telling you to get in both. They did a great sales job. So with that being said, when you're advertising, be laser focused. Be laser, one opportunity, Genusity, and that's it, Genusity. Be passionate about Genusity if you want to make 10, 25, 50,000 a month or more. Then what you want to do is, in our back office of Genusity and in Guerrilla Marketing Pro's back office, we have a list of about 200 Safelists that you can join, okay? Now, how do you join them? You go to the link. Maybe your upline has sent you links. Don't get pissed off and develop an attitude if one of your team members joins with maybe somebody in your upline's link because you didn't get it to them fast enough. Understand there's not money to be made in Safelist. There's money to be made with Safelist as the vehicle to make you money in Genusity. But don't get sold on these little nickel dime deals that they do offer, okay? Don't get distracted. Stay focused. Put your MLM blinders on. Now, how do you sign up to a Safelist? This is, folks, this is just as simple as I can make it for you, okay? So let's just open up this. You're going to notice here, can y'all see this folder that has 4 in it? Just nod for me, a few of you, okay? That first name is the tag that all these Safelists in this folder will allow you to use. And that pulls the name of the person that's a member and places it on your ad. It inserts it for you, so it personalizes it, okay? So let's just go here, and let's just go ahead and sign up to one of these. Let's go to Global Safelist. What you do is you click their sign up link. Can y'all see Global Safelist? Okay. You click their sign up link, shows you the memberships. Most of them are free, so you can join them for free. Don't worry about upgrading right now. Join them for free. Okay. So you click join free right here. You see it? Join free. You sign up. First name, Tim. Last name, Siebert. Contact and enlist email. Now we're going to stop. King's timeout. Queen's timeout. Before you start this process, go to Gmail and get 2 new Gmail email addresses that you use only for Safelist, nothing else. One of them, if you're Amy, you might want to call the first one Amy's, A-M-Y-S, C-O-N-T-A-C-T, Amy's contact list, L-I-S-T, at gmail.com. The next one you want to call Amy's list email at gmail.com. You want both of those new email addresses, one of them to have the word contact in it, so you know that's your contact account, and the other one to have the word list in it, so you know that's your list account. Because you don't want to use your personal email address to sign up to these, because you're going to get tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of other people's ads. And these free Gmail accounts will let you handle that many. Hopefully, you'll be cultivating those, though, to make them make you money. Okay? Okay. So you put in your contact email address. Amy's trying to get my attention. Amy, type it in the text chat. Let me go ahead and see it in text chat real quick. Where is my text chat? I lost it. I don't have access to chat. Let me let you unmute. Well, there it is. More? Nope. Let me see here. Ask to unmute. Okay. Can y'all see my screen okay still? Okay. So contact email, let's just say it's that one, and list email is a different one, okay? Then you select a username. Username and passwords for all Safelist signups need to be identical, need to be the same one for all of them, okay? That way you don't have to worry, what did I use for this one and what did I use for that one? Use the same one and write it down. Write it down somewhere. So you'll sign up, you'll confirm it. Since they do pay out referral commissions over a course of a year, you could make $2 or $3 or $5. Just put PayPal and then put your PayPal email address here. Free member.
Hey, Tim,
go ahead.
The global safe list didn't open up. That's what we're trying to tell you.
It didn't. What do you mean? Y'all can't see global safe list right now?
No, it didn't open up at all. We just see your icons is all.
Okay. Oh, I see why. I see why. Here we go. Let's go ahead and do it right here. Boom. Share. Is that better?
There we go. Yeah, we see it now.
I see what I've got to do. Okay, I'm learning this too. So, okay. So anyways, you sign up, okay? You fill all this out. You choose a username. You choose your password, confirm your passwords, put a check mark on PayPal, put your PayPal email address, free, no cost. You click join. Once you click join, it's going to send 2 verification emails, one to your contact account, okay, whatever that is, and one to your list account, whatever that is, okay? And you're going to go there and you're going to find those in your spam folder or in your inbox or under a tab, and you're going to open them and you're going to click the confirmation link. That way you can send out through those safe lists. Now, let's just say you are now a member of Global Safe List. So we're going to do our first send out, okay? So with that being said, let me go get an ad here. Okay. I've got Gray sent me all of his ads he's been using this week. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to log in, okay? Okay, Amy, just keep your mic open because I'm going to ask you that way.
Okay.
Okay, Amy, can you see the back office of this now that I just opened?
Yes.
Okay, good. So we're on the right page now. Okay, good. So here is the back office of Global Safe List. I am going to go ahead and do a credit mailer. Now, I think I already did one, but bear with me. I'm going to click credit mailer. Okay. Now, it says I already did one. Sorry, but I can still show you all this. So the credit mailer just opened up. Now, this is their HTML editor. Here's their subject line. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a subject line. Huh. What happened? Oh. That's weird.
There we go.
Sometimes I can click on something and it shows that it went to it, but then all of a sudden I put my eyes down at the keyboard and some little mystical elf moves my cursor into another area. Okay, so I'm going to put in a subject line like this. Okay, there's the name tag. You see the first name tag right here? This is there, tells you how you can personalize it. If it says no personalization, then you can't use a name tag with that safe list. Okay, that will pull out the first name and make it look like you really know that person. From Tim Siebert, make 100 grand per month, join free. Then what I'm going to do is I just copied my ad that I've already got created. I'm going to center, I justify center here. Oops. I actually have the code to it. So what I'm going to do is source. I'm going to paste. I'm going to hit source again. Once you put in the code, if you've done a code, I'm going to hit source and it didn't show up. So that means that I've got to log out and come back in. Credit mailer. I screwed up. Sorry, everybody. There we go.
There it is.
Okay, and I'm gonna put the first name tag in here. Okay, I'm gonna bring up that right here. Okay, and here's everything. First name, da 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 da. Get your team now. One of his ads. So this is one of Gray's newest ads that he's using. And you notice he's got a link in here. They don't allow, in most Safelists, they don't allow you to put a link, but you notice what he did. He put a space between the dot and com. Now he did this for a reason. In the event that some reason, the URL down here is where you put the URL, okay? That's where you put the URL, and it connects to the credit link in the ad that somebody opens up. But in the event something gets screwed up, he's got it right here so they can see it in the ad and think, okay, well, it says 504 page not found, but there's the page. Let me go, oh, it's got a space. Okay, it might be a problem with it. They might use it, okay? But don't leave that the word com next to dot, because they'll flag your ad and it will not go out, okay? He's in this ad, he gives them instructions to go with the cycler package and then get your seat for the next launch event, okay? So that's his ad. Then he puts in his credits. He's a pro member, 7,500 members he can send to. He's got 2,338,000, so 7,500. And then he hits send. Once you hit send, that ad is going out to 7,500 members of Global Safelist. Folks, that's 7,500 people. Now, mind you, maybe only 1 or 2 or 3 of them open up your ad. It might be because of your subject line. It might suck, okay? Or maybe they just not, maybe they're not going into their folder to look and get credits and look at ads that day. Maybe they took the day off, okay? But you might only get 1 or 2, or you might get 50 or 100 opens and 2 or 3 people click the credit link, okay? So understand that's why it's important to advertise consistently and persistently, at minimum of 5 days a week. When I was building my business, I was advertising 7 days a week to get where I wanted to be. And I wouldn't let nobody. I had David Jumper, a good friend of mine. He's a Hall of Fame network marketer. David's probably made $100 million or more in the last 15 years in network marketing. David's a good friend of mine. I've known David for 35 years. He's had the best 15 years of his life, though. But David, I'll never forget, David said, man, you are wasting time. Safelists don't work. That's everybody sending stuff to each other. That's okay. Because isn't this industry about timing, everybody? Wouldn't you agree with that? It's about timing. Yeah. Somebody might act like they're totally happy about their company. I watch them on Facebook. Man, this company I'm with rocks. I'm making all kinds of money. And it's all fake it till you make it for 99% of them, folks. 99% of them that say they're making so much money, you can take half that and then divide that by 10. And that's what they're making. So understand, don't let that crap you out. Don't let them say, hey, I'm making too much money to look at what you got. Okay, I understand. But if you ever want a plan B, if for some reason you go to bed tonight and you think, you know what, I'm really just not doing that great with this. I know what I'm telling people, but maybe I do need to look at something else. Okay, then this is where you want to go. So that's why Safelists work. If you're consistent and persistent 5 days a week. Now, you might be on this training call going, but Tim, I only want to do it twice a week. Understand this, you can. But you just gave up a Learjet for a bicycle.
Yeah.
So are you willing to pedal and work 10 times harder to get where you need to go? If so, then you'll be successful. But if not, then one of two things is going to happen. You're going to move on and go to another company, and you're going to be backpedaling on every company. You'll be in 20 companies in the next 12 to 24 months. with no success and wasted money and wasted time? Or are you ready to buckle up and get in the co-pilot seat of your own Learjet? And what else have you got to do, right? And give it an hour or two a day and send out to 50 to 100 to 200 to 300 Safelists a day. Because I guarantee you what, if you'll do that 5, 6, or 7 days a week for the next 6 to 12 months, I guarantee you what, this time next year, or maybe in 6 months at our next convention, if this pandemic thing fades away with the vaccines and everything, and we can have a convention, we might be bringing you up on stage. And you can share this training call and how it changed your life. So, and if you say, and if anybody, or if you're on this call saying, but Tim, they just don't work, BS. They made me and Randy millions. And why have they made us millions? Because we stuck with it and we didn't listen to the negative Nellies, the SNIOPs. Does anybody know what the word SNIOP means? What kind of person that is?
Yep.
A SNIOP is someone who's susceptible to the negative influences of other people. SNIOP. They're out there, and they're not want you to be successful because they want to be successful before you. So understand that. Now, I just took you through one sign up and one safe list. You need to do this 200 more times. Minimum. Understand this. The setup of a business is always takes more time. It's always longer than the actual working of the business. Take a look at that Walmart. I guarantee you what, they didn't have it set up in a week. They didn't have it built in a month. They didn't have it built in 6 months or a year. Most average Walmarts, between the planning stage and the door opening, cut the red ribbon, is 28 to 30 months. Okay. This is no difference, but it won't be 28 to 30 months. Okay. Okay. But I guarantee you what, if you set up yourself for success with a game plan, I'm going to sign up to 5 new Safelists a day. I can do that in about 5 minutes. And take 40 days, the next 40 days straight to sign up to them. And all the while using the ones that you did get signed up to each day as well. I guarantee you at the end of 40 days, you're going to have some leads. You're going to have a few signups, maybe a lot. Who knows? Can't promise you what I don't know. But at the end of 40 days, you're going to have 200 signups, 200 Safelists that you've signed up to. You're going to have them organized just like I do. Let me go back to the screen share here. You're going to have them organized just like me. Y'all can see my screen now with the things. Okay.
Yes.
Take a look, folks. Here's the folder here. It's got 10 or 15 in here. Okay. Here's the folder here. It's got 3 super solos. These are high dollar solos. Do you need to spend money right now? If you got it, put some aside for advertising every month. Okay. But if you don't have it, don't worry. Use all the free advertising. Listen, when I got into Safelist advertising, to be honest with you, I was at my low point of my life. My wife and I had just left her family's business. We were trying to help resurrect it. Her dad had just passed away, and he was the cornerstone of their family's business. Okay. And they were actually they were selling to retail customers only. And we were trying to resurrect them as a network marketing company with the mink oil. But they used us. And I hate to say that, but they used their own family. And with no intention to open up back into network marketing. And we invested all of our money into their publicly traded stock, which was worthless, and we didn't know it. We got hoodooed by family. I mean, we put everything we had into it. only to find out they were not going to do what they promised to do. So that's when we found GDI and the internet. And I had a credit card that had about $5 grand on it. And I bought a computer for $4 grand. I made an investment knowing I didn't have a dime to pay my mortgage or my credit card bills. That was my low life. We all go through them. I'm not ashamed. The company I was with that I made over $1 million the last year that folded up on us, we had lived on all that money for 3 years till we went with her family's business, then sunk what we had left into their business, only to have them rip us off. So when we got into GDI, we had the credit card, bills were paid up, nothing in the bank, credit card. Got me a computer. Didn't have any money set aside for advertising. So I signed up to every free Safelist, almost 400 free Safelists. You see, I worked to set up those Safelists. I had to learn how to do all this. And Teresa will tell you, I stayed awake for almost 3 straight days setting up. I was that persistent. I wanted it that bad. When I got exposed to Safelists and saw that all my ads could be seen by not 10 people at a time, not 20 people, not 100, not 1,000, but hundreds of thousands at a time, I knew this is the route I wanted to go. Against the wishes of David Jumper, Mike Stanley, everybody else. Reginald Stinson, who I just started mentoring to, he thought it was just a waste of time. And within 6 months, I was the #1 income earner at GDI. They just started their program. In that 6-month period, I had made so much money, it wasn't even funny. But I had other people making money because they were duplicating what I was doing. So you set up. Here's miscellaneous ones right here. Okay. You set up your Safelist. Here's one, viral list builder. Okay. Take a look at it. Send ad. Okay. Credits to use 300. Oh, I can send out on this one today. 328. URL to use. I'll do Grace. Their first name tag is this. Y'all see it? Can y'all see the viral list builder plus? No. Yeah. You can.
Just see the tab. It's not open though.
Oh, okay. Let me open it. Bear with me.
Can you see the chat at all? People typing questions?
I can't see the chat. Y'all, I'll answer your questions in a minute. I have no chat access. When I'm doing a screen share, it for some reason won't allow a chat feature for me. So I'll answer questions in just a minute. We'll do a nice Q&A session. Give me about 5 minutes here and I'll be done. Okay. So can y'all see the screen now with the get your team now in there and the 328 credits? Subject line. Okay. Subject line. I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to use my name. I'm going to put in the hashtag FName, hashtag send at right now. I'm going to source, paste, boom. I'm going to go ahead and put the first name tag in here. Hashtag FName. But now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come down here. Launch event starts this. I'm going to change this up. This Tuesday. Now, you notice I put a asterisk in there between the D and the A of Tuesday. Yeah. I did that because if it goes to a Gmail account that has tabs, folders set up at the top that says inbox, primary, social, and then ads or whatever the other ones. These kind of ads, if you have the word day in there, it's going to think it's social or that it's a scheduled thing, and it's going to move it to a folder that they might not ever see. It won't go into the inbox. So you never want to have the words Tuesday, Monday, Friday, or whatever. So without a asterisk between the D and the A of day. That's $1 million tip I just gave everybody. Okay. So I'm going to change it to Tuesday at 7:45 p.m. Y'all see me making these changes?
Yeah.
Okay. PM Eastern. Okay. Oh man, Randy, I did not oh, this room's still open. That's why I don't have to worry about it. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. There's the ad. I'm going to copy this ad, though. I'm not going to take a chance. If we find another one, I'll do another one and we'll be done. Copy. Okay. I'm going to move it back in here. Okay. Everything's ready. I've got the credit link URL here. I've got 328 credits. That's how many they say I can use up here. Y'all see that? First name tag to use in the email itself and in the subject line itself. Okay. And I'm going to hit send. It says all members. I'm going to hit send. Boom. Your message has been queued and mailing to 328 members. Oh, they're not charging me any credits to do my send out today.
Cool.
It'll be 5 minutes before it goes out. Yep. Some of these people do that. They'll do specials whenever it's not busy on their server or whatever. So that is that. Okay. Y'all with me there?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go back to, bear with me, screen share. Where's it at? Is this it? Okay. Can you all see my icons again?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you want to do is whenever you sign up to all these Safelists, make notation, make a desktop icon for them, and then create a folder, a master folder that says just Safelist. Then in that folder, you want to take, like, see this right here, this one here, it says number 3, it has F bracket, F name bracket. Those Safelists, that's the first name icon tag for their Safelist that are in this one. This one's for this one, this one's for this one, all the way down into the schedules and these. That's it. There's about 400 Safelists in here. So you want to mail out to them. Now, there is a Safelist sender called Referral Frenzy. Okay. Now let me share my screen for that. Okay, can y'all see Referral Frenzy?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Tim.
Yes.
Joyce asked me to tell you to show people how to save them in a folder in case they don't know how.
Okay, I'll do that in just a second. Referral Frenzy. Referral Frenzy has 100 Safelists that they have that you can join and put the username and password in their system, and you can actually set up an ad and send out an ad to 100 Safelists in under 2 minutes.
Oh.
Okay. It costs to use it. So if you want to allocate some money for something that's worthwhile, Referral Frenzy is it.
Yeah.
Okay. So click here to go to the back office. My ads. Here's where you go to set up your ads. You go here, my ads. Now notice all these ads. Okay. Now you want to create you've got to create 2 ads, HTML and text, because some of the Safelists don't accept HTML and some do. Some only accept text, some don't. So you want to set up your HTML ad first. You see there it says click here to create HTML. So you're going to click it. It's going to propagate. You're going to scroll back. Now, see, most of you won't have to scroll at all because you don't have any saved yet. So here it is. Now, with this Safelist, their first name tag, you see it here, hashtag name, all caps, and the hashtag. That's what you use. So what you want to do is type in a subject line. Okay, here's one here. I'm going to go ahead and just use it since it's there. Get your subject line in. Then what you're going to want to do is I'm going to upload my source code. I'm going to get rid of all this here because that actually will stop it from going in. And I'm going to hit OK. There's my ad. And since I already had the other one, but the name tag's not the same exactly, you got to get rid of the F. Boom. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this. And I'm going to hold down my control key and the C key for copy. Okay. And now I just copied this. Then I'm going to find a URL that I'm going to send everybody to. Get your team now. I'm going to hit save. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back down here and I'm going to click convert to plain text. Now it's all garbled up. So what you want to do is right click, click select all, and then you want to right click with your mouse in the blue and choose paste. And remember I copied the HTML a second ago?
Yeah.
Okay. And now it's not garbled. You notice it's structured now, okay? Then you want to hit save. And now both those ads are saved. They're right here at the top. One time $100 could make you $62.50 over and over. See it? Today's date?
Yeah.
Now, what you want to do is you want to sign up to all of the Safelists. So here's what you're going to want to do. Go to send mail. And some of these you may already have signed up to. If you have, you click edit info and type in the username and password and hit save. It'll open the screen back up and it'll have a green check mark next to the one that you have. Okay. And then if this one has a red X in it, that means, and you look at it and you don't recognize it, you want to sign up to it. What you do is you right click, open link in a new tab, and you go up here and you sign up to this one. Okay. Do you see the tab up here that opened up? Okay.
Yeah.
And you want to open it up. Now, if I open it up, y'all won't see it unless I share that screen. So I'm not going to even open. So you go and sign up to it. Use your contact email address and your list email address. You go into Gmail, you get it verified, or you do this. You go ahead and say, okay, I did it. It's got those verification emails are in Gmail. So I'm going to exit out of it. I'm going to go to the next one. So I'm going to right click on it. I'm not a member of it. I'm going to click open link in a new tab, and I'm going to go sign up to that one. I signed up to it. Now remember, if you've got your computer set up to save pertinent information during sign up process, you won't have to keep typing in because the forms on all of these are almost identical. So you can just click on a box and it'll show you your name, and you just click on your name so you don't have to do any typing. You can get signed up to all these and get all these done in a matter of an hour to 2 hours. So once you get signed up to all of them and you edited the info with your username and password, which is always the same thing, and you got it all saved and everything's done, then go to Gmail and look for every one of these verifications in the spam folder. If it's in the spam folder, mark it as not spam and move it into the inbox. And then open them up and click their verification emails. Okay? Stay in the contact list until you get them all done. Stay in the list email until you get them all done. Once you do that, come back here. Come back to Referral Frenzy. Log back in and go to your send. Wait for it to propagate. You see up here, there's nothing spinning, right? Here's what I mean by that. You click on send mail. It takes a while for it to populate. So up here, do you see this spinning up here? Yeah, wait till that stops spinning. Wait till it stops spinning. Once it stops, everything is loaded. The ones that are in green here, this top list, these are the list email address. This is rather the ones that are text emails. Okay, it's still spinning, so it's still propagating. Okay, hasn't finished yet. Okay, once it finishes, that will stop spinning. Okay, it stopped spinning, so it's ready to go. So what you want to do is the top ones first, all the way down to here. So how do you do that? You click select all. They're all done. You see them? Everybody see them? Okay. You hit send email. Watch this, y'all. 70-something Safelists.
Ooh, that was fast.
Watch this. I'm going to select the email I want them to go to. See, the only thing that's taking time right now is for it to load. Watch this. Can y'all see this thing loading?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Okay. Now at the bottom, now that it's loaded, it hasn't sent the email yet. Now that it's loaded, I select an ad. You see select an ad here? Drop down the window. In this case, it dropped up. I'm going to look for that ad I just made. One time, $100, plain text. You see it says plain text. Everybody see that?
Yeah.
I'm going to click it. I'm going to hit post ad. Watch this, y'all. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Boom, boom, boom. There's been so many things that's held us down. But now it looks like things are finally coming around. We got away. URL successfully verified, but it's not finished sending yet. Now, mind you, I'd be through about 1 or 2 Safelists by now, okay? I'd be working on my 3rd one right about now if I was doing them manually. Boom.
There you go.
25 mailers. It went out 20. Those are the ones I had credits in. The other ones I didn't have credits in. Okay. Remember, you want to get credits. How do you get credits? You go to your contact Gmail address and your list Gmail, and you open up other people's addresses and you click their credit links. Let the timer run out. You can actually open up multiple ones and have multiple tabs opened up with their credits running out, and then do it like that. That's what Teresa and I do. Every day we spend at least a half hour each. That's an hour a day getting credits. That's part of your advertising time. So there's 25. Now I'm going to go back to send mail. Now remember, I'm doing a lot of talking. That's taking up time, okay? So I'm going to let it reload because it's got to reload. Still spinning. Okay, that's done. So now what I'm going to do is, this is the second set of Safelist. The HTML ones, the gold bar ones. See, it says HTML here. Mm-hmm. I'm going to click the select all. Because I don't want to take the time to look to see which ones have credits that I can send to and which ones don't. I'm going to hit send mail. Remember, setup takes the most amount of time. That is the time period that you get discouraged and you want to walk away from it. You got to persist. You got to pursue and persist. You got to finish your setup of all 200, 300, or 400 Safelists. If you're using 10 or 20 Safelists a day and that's all you're doing, understand you're riding a bicycle. Don't come to me in 2 months and say, but I'm doing everything Gray's doing and I'm not getting the signups, because I know you're not.
Nope.
I know you're not. Remember that, everybody. Okay, let's see if we're ready here. Still loading. There's more HTML mailers. There we go. Now it's done. Please select an ad. I'm going to look for the HTML version. Okay, one time $100 could make you 60. Here it is, HTML. I'm going to hit post ad. Gray owes me. Gray owes me 12 mailers. That's all it went out to. You know, it might be because I actually did a bunch of mail outs late yesterday afternoon. I was doing a class for another group. So that's probably what it was. Yeah, because there's usually I get like 50 or 60 mailers. So that's what it was. I used the HTML one yesterday. So 12 went out. So 37 in 5 or 6 or 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Not bad. Okay. Nope. So that is Safelist advertising, folks. So with that being said, bear with me here. I'm going to show you how to do these. I got to figure out how to do this now, Joyce. Bear with me. Okay. Share. Boom. Okay. So how do you set up desktop icons? Okay. Whenever you're in, I should have stayed on that page, but you know what? I can't really do it because I can't expose my my desktop because it's already filled with icons. I've got like 600 icons on there. There's no room to create one. So here's how you
click.
I'm gonna show you how to do it. Hold it. Bear with me, everybody. Okay. So let's go back to this screen. Okay. Here's how you do it. To make a desktop icon for Referral Frenzy, you first off, you want to be in your login screen. Okay. Right here is where that's the screen you want. Do you see the sign in screen, everybody? Okay. What you want to do is this. It says login. Ignore that. You want to click one time on the right side of this link. Then you want to put your mouse on it and right click. The window opens. Nope, I just lied to you. Bear with me. Right click, shrink your screen down. I can't do it. Anyways, here's what you do. Grab the highlighted link, put your mouse over it, and then hold your left clicker down and pull it. You see it's attached to my arrow here. Can everybody see that? Pull it to your desktop, which means you need to shrink the screen to a partial size so your desktop's exposed, and move it over to your desktop and then let go of it. Okay. In this case, it didn't work like that. But so that's how you create it. Then whenever you create it, what just happened there? That's weird. Then what you want to do is this. Then what you want to do is you want to right click, put your mouse on your desktop like this. On your desktop. This is not my desktop, but put it on your desktop, right click. And what you want to do is click, go to new,
Folder.
up and choose folder and click it. And there's a new folder.
You type in what you want.
Type in, let's just say you're going to bring up all the ones that have got. Now, by the way, whenever you took that Referral Frenzy link to your desktop, you want to right click on that link on your desktop and you want to click rename right here. And you want to rename it. Okay. Whatever the name is that you want to call it. And I would always, if it's one of it's a Safelist that uses this name tag, I would put this first and then dash downline. Can y'all see downline max?
Yeah.
Dash downlinemax.com. Okay. That's what I would use. Okay. And then move it into the folder. Grab that link and drag it over to that folder. Create a master folder. Create a master folder. And the master folder just wants to be called Safelist on your desktop. Okay. This folder that you just made is going to be, that's all it's going to be called.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're going to drag all those links that have that beside it into that folder. You're going to take that folder and put it into this folder. Remember, the Safelist, master Safelist folder is on your desktop. Okay. So that's how you do it. So with that being said, I'm going to end my screen share and we're going to go to a Q&A real quick. Randy, if you want to keep that on the recording. Is he recording it? I guess he is. Share.
Yeah, it's still recording.
Okay, let me stop this share. Okay. Too many screens. I get dizzy with all the screens. Y'all don't see what I see. I've got like 7 screens opened up. It's wild to do a screen share on Zoom. So with that being said, let's go to some questions. If you have a question, let's start anew. Okay, I'm going to clear this chat real quick. Bear with me, everybody. Uh-oh. Randy, can we clear this chat? I don't know how to. Bear with me, everybody. Oh, here it is. Nope. Okay, I just closed it. Let me reopen it. It keeps all that. Okay. What questions do you have? I'll take questions for 5 minutes. What questions do y'all? Let me say this, everybody. Business is work. You can choose for it to either be fun work or boring work when you own your own business. And that's the only two types of work. If you hate what you're doing, do something else. Seriously, you got to learn to love it. This industry of the home-based business industry, the network, it is called the network marketing industry, is the most gratifying industry if you will treat it like it's yours. You see, most people that go to work for somebody else are willing to give up their time, their gas, their oil, their tune-ups on their vehicle, and their mileage and wear and tear on there to make some boss's dreams become reality. And it's not creating a legacy for you.
No.
Amy knows it. A lot of you know it.
Yeah.
Okay. Owning this business, you got to look for the fun in it. There is fun in any business, even a business that you work for somebody else. Okay.
Yeah.
But you have to look for the fun and focus on that. And don't let anybody try to be a negative Nelly or a negative Ned. Don't let it happen. But understand this. We are on the second day of 2021. I challenge all of you to take the next 29 days and get 200 or more Safelists set up and be mailing to them consistently 5, 6, or 7 days a week. And show your team what you're doing. And when they become negative Nellies and say, well, I've heard from other members in the industry that Safelists suck. Say, well, you know what? The owner of this company made millions using Safelists. And the team that he built in that other company is still using them, and there's 7 people that are $1 million earners in that other company right now. But as they've all told me, the same thing I've told them is they've watched their income go down. The attrition, because they don't have new products. They have a website builder and email addresses, and that's it. Okay. We, this year, will expand and add 3 or more new products this year. Every year we'll expand. Some years we might add 10 or 20.
Yep.
Other years, 1 or 2 or 3. It all comes down to are they real? Are they worthwhile? And do they have a story behind them? That's our key. And are they affordable? So with that, what questions? There must be a reason why Safelist members would read emails every day in order to see ours. In order to get credits so they can do their send outs, they have to look at yours. Okay? What is the incentive if they're receiving hundreds of? Exactly why. In order to do a mail out, you have to have credits. So let's say a Safelist has 5,000 members, and let's say you're a free member, and that free member position allows you to send out to 2,500 members a day. Then you have to get 2,500 credits, and that means you have to go into your inbox, rather your 2 Gmail accounts. Most likely the contact account is where I would start, because that's where all the solo ads for that Safelist come in, and those are worth 100 or more points. Okay. So I would go to that account, that list first. Now, what I want to say is I'm going to be sharing with everybody how to set up folders on Gmail. We already have matter of fact, we already have a recording on that, don't we? How to set up your folders in Gmail. I believe we do, don't we, Amy?
Yeah, I think so.
Guerrilla Marketing. I want to ask all of you to go into Guerrilla Marketing Pro and Genusity and look for a training recording that shows you how to set up folders in Gmail, because what you want to do is so you have control, because whenever you see tens of thousands coming in a day, it upsets you. Well, I'm looking for global Safelists. I got to go through all these tens of thousands to find 10 global Safelist emails. I've got a training video already in there that shows you how to set up a folder and then how to set up a filter. So whenever that email comes in, it never goes to the spam folder. It'll go to the inbox, and then Gmail puts it into that folder. So let's say you know you need credits for Global Safelist. Then you can go to that contact email account in Gmail and look for the global folder for Global Safelist, open it up, and then you have all Global Safelist emails. So you don't have to sort through the inbox that's got a menagerie of thousands of other Safelists in your way. You can start organize. That's the second part of organization of setup. Okay. So go find that training video, and it will explain that. But that's how. The only other way you can do that, so you don't have to spend that hour a day to get credits, is spend money, because Safelist owners will sell you credits. Folks, I haven't had to buy credits since I started doing this back in 2004. I haven't spent a dime on credits. So, because I'd rather spend an hour doing it, and because here's the thing, when I'm opening up their emails and I'm just waiting for the timer, the 10-second or 15-second timer to go down, I might open up 5 more. But what I'll do is I'll go back. I'll only open up 5 at the most. Some of them won't let you do that now. They'll void out the credits and not give you credits. So be careful. But what I'll do is I'll scan their email. And if I see their name and their email address and their phone number, or their name and email address, I've got an Excel spreadsheet opened up on the side. And I'll take that Excel spreadsheet and I'll put their name in the first column, their email address in the second column, and their phone number, if they have it on there, in that column. And I'll be building my list. Those 2 email accounts you set up in Gmail, the contact and list accounts, are worth $1 million to you, because now you're going to build information that you're going to be able to send out to as part of your workload. Remember what we talked about? Okay. Building that list. So folks, it all goes hand in hand, but it takes work. And believe you me, those gold miners back in the 1800s, don't tell me that they showed up at the creek and said, oh, look, there's gold. And they grabbed it and took off and traded it in. No, they had to go out and buy the picks and the axes. And they had to go and mine it, pan it, mine it and pan it until their fingers were frozen during the winter, or until their fingers were scalded in the summer, until they found a few ounces of gold. Okay. That's what we're at. That's where we're at. That's what this business is. And along the way, you develop relationships and you build a list. Now, here is the key. Your lifeblood in this industry, your lifespan in this industry, is going to be predicated an assembly of the list that you build. Everybody hear that?
Yep.
Your lifespan in this industry is going to be assembly of the list that you build. So those credits that you're getting that are monotonous and boring, as you know what, are going to make you money, because as you're getting credits so you can do your own mail outs, you're extracting, harvesting, whatever they want to call it. Some people like to give it a negative connotation. It's not. It's development. It's list development. Okay. You're building that list over here. You know, you might go through 150 emails to get a bunch of credits and might only end up with 2 names and email addresses out of all those. I've gone days in the past where I opened up 500 emails to get credits. So has Teresa, and got no information. Then the next day, open up 500 and you get 85 names and email addresses and a few phone numbers. So that's it. Great, 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 great. Do you also use traffic exchanges? No. Now I'm going to say this. I don't. All Safelists. Traffic exchanges are mostly links. They're not emails that actually let you know who those people are. Okay. You are trading. You're tit for tat in traffic exchanges. Okay. There's no visual. There's no harvesting or anything. Traffic exchanges I used them in the beginning and learned that those were a waste of time. So just know that. Now, here's the key. When you're setting up, Beverly is talking about how you can get so many. I can do 200 Safelists manually in about an hour. Okay, in about an hour, because I have the ad saved in the memory of my computer, and I right click. In this case, I put my blinking cursor in the HTML editor and I hold the control key down and hit V one time, and that will paste it. You can't right click and paste it in an HTML editor. You have to put your blinking cursor on in the HTML editor and then hold your control key down and hit the V. V stands for paste. I don't know why they don't do P for paste, like C for copy, but they do V. So you hit V and it shows up magically. So in turn, I can literally blow through 200 safe. Teresa timed me one day and I got them done in 53 minutes. And I hauled butt, folks. 200, I hauled butt. And that was without any of the servers from those Safelists hanging up, you know, taking their sweet time. I had a great day. We started at about 5:45 a.m. and I was done at a little more than 17 till, I think it was, on the hour. So, but it's because I have everything organized.
Yeah.
If you have it organized, you can blow through it. Okay. You're not having to change the name tag because you're going back and forth between different Safelists that use different name tags. You've got all those name tag Safelists in one folder. So when you open that folder up, all you do is you paste the email ad in the HTML editor and then change the name tag to what goes with that. And then you Control A, which means highlight all. Control A, highlight all. It highlights the ad. Then you Control C to copy it. Then whenever you go to the next Safelist and open login and hit send ad, then you click on the subject line and it should open up a sub window and show you what you used with that subject line in the last one. You click on that one and then you get the blinking cursor in the HTML editor and you Control V, it brings it up. You click on the the URL block for what URL you want to use, and it drops down, it shows you, and you choose it, and you hit send, boom, you're off. That took a whole 10 or 15 seconds. 4 a minute, 3 to 4 a minute is what you should be getting up to in your first 6 months doing this. But Referral Frenzy, on the other hand, gives you that unfair advantage that you need.
Yep.
Okay, as an added tool. So great questions. For anyone, hold on. For anyone still interested in upgrading, the price points are still the same as before. Okay, Coach Reggie said he upgraded to platinum. The price point that I haven't had a chance to look, the platinum and gold upgrade prices are still the same as last year's. So the programmers haven't changed them yet. So if you want to get it done before they go up. Do you have a list of Safelists that you don't want us to use? No, I don't, because there's so many of them. The list that I want you to use is the list that I use, which I've made available in Guerrilla Marketing Pro and in Genusity. Okay, so they're all in there. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't take the time to update them. So if a few of them have gone out of business and you click on the link to sign up to them and it says 504 page not found, it's not available, then just write it off. You don't need to send a support ticket saying, hey, get rid of that one because it's already, just write it off. Because these Safelist owners are finicky. They still own that domain name. And 6 months later, they could open up a new Safelist with that domain name. So that's why we don't get rid of them. Now, if you open up one and it says, warning, big red, this could be a virus, malicious, this and that. That could be because their security certificate hasn't been updated, okay? So understand that it could be your virus protection, internet virus protection that's blocking it because it doesn't have a valid SSL. So just look at the link, see if the SSL is bad. If it's bad, there's a good chance that's why. But I would still pass it up. Send me a support ticket. I'll do the investigation for you so you don't corrupt your computer, okay? Do you have a list of say, okay. It's because they're closest to the control key. It made it easier for speed. Amen to that. Please read the rest of my question. Okay. Do you have Safelist, list Safelist that you don't want us using? I don't. I think I answered that. Is that,
Yeah.
that the all of it? That's all of it. Oh, you have more up here? Beverly, I've always wondered how you can send so many in such a short period of time. You need to go through their upgrade offers and sponsor ads before you can post your ad, except for Referral Frenzy, of course. Yeah, I can go through their upgrade offers pretty fast, because what I'll do is I'll open up 5 or 10 safe lists in different tabs. So their offers are expiring. And by the time I get through the 5th or 6th or 7th one, I can log into this one, and then I can log into this one. Then I can log into this one. I can like that. So it makes it faster, because I know what you're talking about. Some of them have 5 offers you got to go through before you can even post an ad. That's why it's always good to open up 5 or 6 or 7 at a time, so their offers can expire and you can hit next, and that one's already expiring. Hope that answers it. Print, Control P is print. Okay, I see. Yep, Randy just gave you all the codes. Okay, 1 minute. Any other questions? Type yes. Before you type your question, type yes if you got a question. We're going to end this call in about 1 minute. If you have a question, type yes. If you feel that this is going to help you build your fortune and build your legacy, type in a 10 for me. I do like the 10s. It also lets me know everybody was listening. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Gary.
Lots of good info.
Folks, it's a trade-off. Time for money. Money for time. Now, you can do solo ads. Okay? Solo ads are good, but they're going to cost you. Not expensive. I wouldn't pay for no $20 solo ad. Okay? There's solo ads you can get. You can get 3 for $10. That's $3.33 each. Send me a support ticket. I'll tell you if they're good or not before you spend your money. There's some that are 3 for $3 each, or 10 for $12. I'll let you know which ones are good and which ones are not. I've used them all. I've used thousands of them. I'll let you know. Shoot me a support ticket. I'll shoot you a support ticket back.
There's some in the back office, though.
Yeah, there are. And those are all good.
Hello, everyone.
There he is.
Hi, Randy.
So Tim told you I had what did he tell you? I had an impacted tooth or something? It's actually from grinding. I've always grinded my teeth, but last night I must have really been gnawing on a bone or something, because when I woke up this morning, my jaw was hurting and my front teeth were hurting, and I've taken about 10 or 15 500 milligram Tylenols, and I'm finally starting to feel a little better. But who on here wants a golden nugget real quick? I'm going to tell you something I'm going to give you guys a golden nugget that I'm not sure Tim's ever even told you all. It's kind of a little secret, but I
hope it's not what I got planned for next Saturday.
No, it's not. It's a little secret about what's been going on here. Let me tell you a little secret here, and Tim's probably gonna go, you weren't supposed to say that. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. When you're dealing with Safelists, there's a major secret that goes on behind the scenes that I don't think Tim's ever mentioned that will help you out, and it's always helped Tim out tremendously. Get your spouse to get you credits.
If you have a spouse.
See, Tim don't tell you this. He tells you all this stuff, and he says, when I'm doing this and doing that, but he don't tell you that Teresa sits over there 8 hours a day, 5 days a week getting credits for him, and that's why he's got 40 million credits in each safe list.
Well, she does support tickets and does other things as well. But he's right. She gets 80% of 75% of the credits. I get 25%. And she's building a list over there on hers for me, and because she knows how to do that as well. And believe it or not, that was her creation. When she was getting credit, she says, honey, man, you won't believe how many people have their names, email address. Sometimes they don't put, the Safelists don't allow you to put bill@gmail.com. They don't allow that in the Safelist. So what they'll do is they'll put bill and they'll put a space at, and then they'll put a space, and then they'll do Gmail, and then they'll do a space dot, or they'll put the word dot, D-O-T for dot. And then they'll put com. So she's trained herself to look for this stuff and spot it. And she's over there building a list. I'm over here. And then, of course, she sends me at the end of the day, I get a merge list of new ones and I add them to the master list.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to take anything away from Tim or embarrassing him in any way. I'm just trying to give you a golden nugget that has helped Tim out tremendously.
Yeah, use your family. Employ your family.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you've got a spouse, and I'm going to say men because I see a lot of women's faces on here right now, but even the men out there. But if you got a spouse or a loved one or somebody that's just sitting around the house watching TV all day, put them in front of a computer and show them how to get credits for you. And I think, Tim, would you agree that I think that's what burns a lot of people out? So they're trying to get the credits, they're trying to sign up for the Safelist, and they're trying to do the emails all by themselves. And after about 3 days of that, they're like, this is just too tedious for me.
Yeah. And so that's why I tell everybody, if you're doing it on your own, set up a schedule. It's like going to work for somebody else. Whenever you go into work, you got to, some of you have to clean your desk. Some of you have to call a certain people, and then you have to box this, and then you have to set up a schedule. Put your schedule up on a board. Okay.
Let me ask you, Tim, what if I had to tell you, if I had to ask you one day, just give us one day and time that is the absolute best in your opinion to send out emails in Safelist. Narrow it down to one day and one time.
Monday is always your best. Monday morning between 6 and 9 a.m. But listen to me, y'all. Every day is the best day.
Well, that's what I mean. But I'm trying to say, if somebody wanted to be on a schedule and they want to say, okay, I only want to send at this time and this day, and then on these days I'll get credits. You're saying Monday.
No. Don't delete that off this recording. No, set up a schedule. Do emails for an hour, do an hour of credit and extractions. Okay. Separate those two, but do both of them.
Okay. In the same day.
Yeah. Do the same. The reason for that, y'all, is because if you are not persistent, here's another thing I meant to bring. I'm glad Randy went here with this. Thank you, Randy. It's like you're jogging I think he did this on purpose because he knows
I did. I'm not deleting it off, by the way, because it's important. That was important for me to say that. I was trying to help people get a schedule.
Yeah, he knows that my chemo brain, I can't keep my train of thought. So he knows this. So here's what happens. If you're not persistent and consistent in your advertising at the same time, every day, 5, 6, 7 days, a minimum of 5, but 5, 6, 7 days a week, here's what happens. You've got people that have their own schedules set up that I've trained maybe, or one of the people that I set up, like Reginald Stinson that taught people how to do it, or this person or that, and they're on all these other companies and they've taught them to do that and they've got their board and their schedule. So what happens is they get used to seeing your ads and they see that you're persistently promoting Genusity and they're believing in you a little bit each day.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, after 2 weeks, they've been promoting their product and now they see Genusity all the time. And now they go check Genusity out with you. They see there's a free sign. Well, I'm going to say, get that free sign up and I'm going to see what they're talking about, their pricing. I'm going to compare it to ours. I know Randy and I have signed up to companies just to see what their pricing is for distributors. Okay. And all of a sudden they get in that back office and let's say they're with CTFO and they've got that 1,500 full spectrum that they're paying as distributors $149 for. Okay. They see our 3,500 full spectrum, $50. How long do you think it's going to be before they go ahead and put an order in and they're underneath you and you just made a full 75% fast start commission on that order?
Now, one thing I want everybody to understand is that Safelist, and would you agree with me on this, Tim? Safelist are not about going out and sending out emails today and this evening having 500 signups. Safelist is about, like Tim said, consistency. It's for the long game because we know as professional network marketers, we know that the average network marketer is constantly looking for something else. And you never know when you're going to catch them looking for that other thing. So I hear a lot of times people say, yeah, but when I send out the Safelist, I'm sending out to people that are already in other companies. That's what you want to do, because we want to catch those people on the day that they log in and they were expecting a $500 commission and they only got a $2 commission, and now they're upset and they go to Safelist and read their email and they're like, well, I'll go over here to Genusity.
You got it.
That's what it's all about.
Let me say this too. It's people like Brian Davis, for instance. Brian is on my front line in GDI. Mark Watson's on my front line. Those are two of the big, and Sanjanka Ostro out of Croatia on my front line, all three of them. And those are the three big players in GDI right now. Okay. There's nobody as big as those three, and they make phenomenal money from their positions. But they'll tell you that they have taught everybody just what I'm teaching you, because this is what I taught all three of them. And you might be saying, well, why aren't they in Genusity with us, Tim? Number one, lazy. I made it so easy for them to make money that now they're afraid to walk away from that, still nurture it. And even though they're watching their income go down. Brian was on the phone with me last week. He said, man, he says, I'm losing about 2 to 5% per month. So it's like a big old bucket with a little hole in it. Okay.
Gradually
coming out, and it's going down. And he's having to refill it and keep it up here. And he's afraid to walk away and focus. So I've made them so dependent on it that I could kick even though Mark Watson last month, Mark made $30-something thousand in GDI. Okay. But he was up as high as 70,000, folks. So with that being said, when's the time to quit, or when's the time to start building? And I think all three of them are close, getting ready to. Yeah. Because it's doing what I told them it was going to do. So keep that in mind. It's important that you advertise 5, 6, 7 days a week if you can. I had somebody the other day say, I'm not going to do it on Sundays. Sundays are out of the question. That is my family day. I respect that. I do. But don't tell me that on Sunday, sometime there's not a half hour to an hour during Sunday where you catch yourself doing nothing. That just moving, that you're not on Facebook. Okay. Doing
and
posts.
Some Safelists let you set schedules. So you could do it all. You could work double time on Saturday and set half of them to go out on Sunday.
Yeah.
And take your Sunday off.
There's about 40 or 50 that you can actually set up a timer on. Okay, to do a send out tomorrow morning. So
Teresa's got a negative attitude about Safelist, I see.
Huh?
Teresa?
Yeah.
Don't bother with them?
Yeah, Teresa. You talking about my Teresa?
No.
No,
Teresa, not bother with Teresa any that make you wait 4 days or more. You never get a following. Yeah, Teresa, that's true. That's true. Now, I'm going to give y'all a diamond chip. Y'all want a diamond chip real quick?
Before he does that, I got to go again. Bye, y'all. I'm starting to hurt again.
Okay. Wait, are you still recording, Randy?
I am. You want me to just let it record? Because as soon as you stop the room, it'll stop recording.
Yeah, I can stop the recording. I see it on my screen now.
Okay.
I'll take care of it.
Love you all. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye, Randy.
Happy New Year.
You too. Get well.
Okay. I'm going to give y'all a diamond chip. Okay. Now y'all listen to me. Every Safelist has an owner. Okay. There's people like Dave Mosier. He owns 70% of the Safelist out there. So if it's one of his Safelists, don't even bother doing this, because he'll just shirk his head. He's got his nose so high in the air that don't even bother. But the other Safelist owners, send them a support ticket. Say, hi, I'm Amy Carpenter. I'm part of Tim Siebert's company, Genusity, and I'm one of the top distributors with a large downline. I've been using your Safelist, and now I've determined that I enjoy it. So before I start passing my referral link to my organization, I'd like to make a deal with you. I'll advertise your Safelist to my team if you will upgrade me to, and then let's say it's pro, let's say they have free, pro, and executive. Shoot for the moon, baby.
Yeah.
Shoot for the stars, because you might end up at the moon. Say, if you'll upgrade me to executive for 12 months, I'll promote your safe list for 12 months. Now, he or she comes back and says, I just can't do that. Then you left yourself now. Okay, well, then give me pro, and I'll still promote it to my team. And as we grow over the next 12 months, I'll make sure the rest of my team gets the link as well.
Yeah.
This way you can get a free upgrade. That's how I got all my upgrades.
Yeah.
I haven't paid for any. No, I lied to you just now. I paid for 3 upgrades. Okay. But that's how you get them. So, and then as you bring new people in, yeah, refer that safe list to them. Give them your link. Okay. Make it part of your, make a page or something like that. And get, these are the safe lists that I recommend, and put it on your page. Okay. So with that being said, Randy, I recommend placing the CBD drops on the gum and enamel of the teeth. I also recommend you get fitted for multiple mouth. Amen to that. Amen to that, Coach Reggie. Yep. Okay. Well, I think I am one of those CTFO guys that check this out to compare prices and just ordered a bottle of my 3500s full spec. I'll be contacting my customers telling, amen, David Lewis. What am I? What? I'm not. Listen, folks, I don't lie. I tell it like it is. Most of you that have known me, like Amy and Miss Darling, a few of you others that have known me for years, I tell it like it is. And this is the model we've created, folks.
Yeah.
This is it. We are going to the top, $1 billion or more in 36 to 60 months. That is my goal right there. $1 billion company in the next 36 to 60 months. Because if we hit it faster, we'll all be happier. So with that, may God bless each and every one of you. May he cast his shield of protection and prosperity, health, healing, and more importantly, love around you and your families. Let's make 2021 our best year ever.
Yes.
Take care of those that are in need, though. Always keep them and keep close to them. Keep communication with your team. That's important. And support your teams. Let's build these calls bigger than what they are.
Yep.
So with that being said, take care. And remember, those upgrades have not been changed yet. If you want a gold or platinum upgrade, I suggest at the old price, get them now before they make the change. Take care. We love you guys. We'll talk to everybody later. Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.